What is up, bros? I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are a couple of bros on a mission to give you the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros. This week on the podcast, we have absolutely jack shit to talk about.
Yeah.
It was a super slow news week, and I feel like it's just going to get worse the longer these strikes go on.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I'm like, yeah, as long as Hollywood is shut down, understandable. But like honestly, more power to these actors and writers. They deserve what they're fighting for, and I really hope they get it.
Absolutely, dude. Like the shit that I've seen, like it's ridiculous that they aren't getting paid.
Right? Dude, like the freaking comments that you see from like big CEOs like Bob Iger, like how he's just like, oh, their demands are that it's not possible. I'm like, no, they are. You're just a jackass that doesn't want to give up, your billions of dollars. And the fact that he said this while he was like on vacation with, I think, a couple of other people that are very wealthy. Just,
yeah, what a prank.
Yeah, right. Like you're such an asshole.
Yeah, like what, dude? What an asshole!
Yeah, dude, I was freaking. I remember like when they kicked out Bob Chapek and brought Bob Iger back. I'm like, hell yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, I take that back. Yeah, Iger's an asshole.
Dude, I freaking love like just the idea of a freaking billionaire being like, I don't know what they're bitching about, like asking for a livable wage. Like that's freaking bullshit. While he's on vacation with a bunch of billionaire buddies.
Right? Yeah. So, okay, yeah, because they're the problem in that situation. Yeah, totally.
Dude, I wouldn't even know what to do with that much money.
Dude, same here.
Like, I've thought about like what it would be like to be that level of rich. You could do whatever you wanted. It's the way that I imagine it.
I think I'm going to hell with the thought that I just had.
Huh?
I think I'm going to hell with the thought that I just had.
Oh man, don't cancel us. Like, is it that bad?
Oh no, it's not that bad. I don't think so. I mean, I'm already going to hell for my collection that I have of John Wayne Gacy. But if I was a billionaire, finding a way to resurrect him, there we go.
What
that's
the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, where do you want to start?
But yeah, dude, it's just like...
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, it's just...
Don't cancel us.
The way that I view that much freaking money, the do whatever the hell I want kind of money, it's like getting to a point in Minecraft where you're like super self-sufficient. And it's just like you don't have any need for food. Your base is just like off the hook. Like your base protects you from any like outside threats. You have all the freaking diamond and ores and all this other stuff like that you could possibly want. Like it's just you don't need anything.
See, he thinks of Minecraft, but I think of like Grand Theft Auto 5 when you complete the whole storyline. You just have so much money that you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep killing myself in clever ways so I keep having to pay hospital bills so I can at least lose some money.
Yeah, I mean, it's that too. It is that too. Yeah. It's just... Again, it's just... It gets to the point where it is just, what's the point?
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like, I mean, you're talking about billions of dollars, and you're freaking bitching. You could make 1 million people millionaires.
Yeah.
Like,
but no.
Like, does that not like sit well with you? It's like the way that I view it, it's just like, hey. You have, like, I'm trying to think of, like, numbers that I've seen at the end of movies where it's like, oh, this film provided this many jobs to, like, it's usually, like, 150,000, right?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, 150,000, you could freaking afford to give people, you could pay their yearly wage and still not make a freaking dent in your bank account.
Yeah, easy.
And then, like, they're throwing a bitch fit over, like, a couple $100.
it really sucks that most billionaires are self-centered. Sometimes you'll get those rare ones that, will actually give back to the community, and it's clear that becoming that rich didn't change them. But for the most part, yeah, billionaires are just rich assholes.
Yeah, pretty much. At least that's how it seems so far.
Yeah.
And this is just making it more and more and more apparent. Oh my gosh, dude! Like I saw, what's his face, Devin Workisher.
Workheiser.
Oh, that wasn't even close.
Workisher. What the fuck?
Yeah, Devin Workheiser. Like he got like a super shit deal with Ned's Declassified and hasn't seen a single royalty check from that show.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I wonder if it's the same for Lindsay Shaw and I forget the guy that played Cookie.
Yeah, dude, it has to be. It has to be the same for them.
Yeah, it's got to be the same for the trio.
Yeah, I mean they were the three main cast.
Yeah, dude, can I just say how much it makes me so happy that they have remained such close friends and now they do a podcast together on their like memories with Ned's Declassified. It's freaking awesome. I love it.
Dude, it's fantastic. Like I've almost wanted to like watch along with them.
Dude, right? Dude, Ned's Declassified was and always will be my like favorite live action Nickelodeon show. I know everyone says like, oh, mine's Drake and Josh, mine's Zoe 101. Some even older like people would say like all that stuff like that. I never watched those kind of shows, but Ned's Declassified was my shit. Loved that show.
Hell yeah.
And it actually helped. They had some good ass tips for middle school.
Dude, they did. I thought they were going to freaking go on to like high school, like maybe even college. Like I thought they were going to like help us out with life.
Yeah, the idea was thrown out, I think, to Nickelodeon for the high school one, but they're just like, nah, we want to move on to other stuff.
That's bullshit.
Right? Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Dude, like, and what pisses me off, of all the things to freaking get, like, a reboot, Zoe 101, that doesn't even crack my top 10 of...
It's a stupid name, too, Zoe 102.
Yeah, like, go jump in a creek.
Dude, seriously? Oh, man. I know it would never happen, but, like, the only reboot that, like, I would actually want to see, and, like I said, it would never happen because, one is doing well for himself, and the other one is not, and they just are not on good grounds, would be Drake and Josh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Drake's in jail.
I don't think he is, actually.
You don't?
I think he's still a free man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think, which is bullshit.
Well, he should be in jail.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for the shit that he did. But no, I'm pretty sure he's a free man. But just like looking at how Drake's life is, and then freaking Josh, how like, he is thriving. He's got a wife, kid. His career's going really well. Freaking, he's in the new Christopher Nolan movie. So Josh is doing very well for himself. And then there's Drake.
Yeah. It's... Dude, like, I'm not going to say I knew, but I feel like making that call on who is going to do well in life wasn't too difficult with Drake and Josh. Like, if anyone was going to go down the bad rabbit hole, it was going to be Drake.
Yeah.
Like,
because literally, even in real life, he was just counting on his good looks. That's all he was counting on.
Yeah, like,
I was coasting on.
Like, I knew, like, that Josh Peck was going to be doing, like, was just on the uphill for everything. Because, like, on the show, like, he was in the Amanda Show. He was the fat, funny kid, but he lost all that weight. Like, and he was, like, keeping it off, too. It wasn't, like, fluctuating. He was keeping it off, and now he looks fantastic. And
yeah, he does.
It's just, like, you could just tell that he was the one that was going to do well.
Yeah.
So
I also love that Miranda Cosgrove is doing really well.
I feel like she hit hit kind of a not a bottom, but I think there's a reason she's pushing super hard for iCarly. And it's probably because she's
fair.
It's not because she's getting a lot of work.
That's fair. I mean, I will say that I actually have really enjoyed the iCarly reboot. I think that The fact that I've seen so many people be like, "Oh, what the hell? They're cursing and everything. They're talking about, like sex and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's supposed to be for the kids that grew up on iCarly.
Yeah,
It's an
you know who doesn't give a
adult-oriented
shit
show."
about iCarly? Teens.
Yeah. So yeah, the fact that it's already on its second season. I don't know if they're doing a season 3. I hope they do.
Is it? Are they only on season 2? I thought they were already doing season 3.
Or maybe they are on season 3. I have no idea actually.
Yeah, I've been super bad about keeping up with that.
Like I've tried to stay up to date, but not. As you can clearly see, I haven't done that well.
Yeah, whoever plays Freddy on that show, I'm so glad that they fixed his hair.
Dude, right? Yeah, now he's back to the classic Freddy.
Yeah, I saw it was one thing in the first season that was that had been bothering me. I'm like, gosh, he looks wretched.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
And then I saw a clip of the newest season, and I was like, okay, there we go.
Okay, so they are on season 3.
Okay, yeah, I'm so glad they freaking fixed his hair.
It's there's Freddy.
Yeah, I'm like, was that so hard, freaking Paramount?
Apparently.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think that just goes to show money does change everything.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Because that is one of the more popular shows on Paramount right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's most popular, but it's one of the more.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that makes me happy. Like I said, I'm trying to stay up to date. As clearly, I'm not doing that well because I've thought that season 3 was season 2. But I'm more likely to actually fully catch up on iCarly than I am to actually watch Zoe 102.
Dude, freaking there's no one in Zoe 102 that looks good.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I saw a clip for that and I was just like, I could care less. Zoe 101 was the show that I'd watch when there was literally nothing else to watch.
I will say though, I always wanted a Jet X. Those look badass.
I'll give you that, but yeah, so hopefully things go well with this strike and people can actually get paid fairly.
Yeah.
Because it is absolute bullshit that
I'm just going to bring up one more that I've seen. Because I feel that even before this, Sean Gunn, I feel, does not get enough love that he should. James Gunn is amazing. Don't get me wrong, amazing director, love him to death. But I feel Sean, as his brother, doesn't get the love and respect he deserves as an actor. And the fact that I saw a video of him talking about how he hasn't received any residuals for Gilmore Girls on Netflix, of how it's all it did so well for that platform. I think honestly I think it did as well as Friends did when Friends was still on Netflix. But one of the best streaming shows that they ever put on there. But yeah, he hasn't seen one residual check from that.
That's bullshit.
And he played a big part in that show. He was one of the best characters.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a super big role, but he was big enough.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, but when people think of Gilmore Girls, besides the main girls, if you can name off a couple more characters, usually they'll name off Sean Gunn's character.
Oh yeah, easily. He's definitely one of the bigger names on there. So I'm glad. I hope to see them getting treated a bit more fairly, and maybe this will lead to mergings of different platforms.
That'd be very interesting to see.
Just so the numbers are a bit more wow, what's the word? Transparent.
Yeah.
And not just so what are the numbers for Netflix? What are the numbers for Hulu? What are the numbers for Disney Plus? What are the numbers and so on and so forth. It's just these are the numbers. Here you go. So I'm excited. Definitely rooting for the actors here.
Oh yeah.
I think it's freaking bullshit that our favorite childhood stars are not even making as much as we are.
Dude, straight up.
Yeah, dude, the freaking so Devin was saying that he, along with a lot of other people that he knows that are part of SAG-AFTRA, are making the average amount, and the average amount is around 40,000 a year. Yeah, and I'm like, you can't live off freaking 40,000 a year in California.
Hell no. Absolutely not. You're lucky, I feel, if you can live off like 80 grand in California.
Yeah. So
that's you're still living in an apartment. That's probably not even that nice. Like, you couldn't afford a house,
dude,
with that kind of salary.
That's not only not living in that's living in an apartment with roommates.
Yeah. That's
like plural.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so we'll see how that goes. But fingers crossed that it's going their way.
Yep. Agreed.
But anyway, so now that we've kind of gone on that little rant.
Hey, that covered 4K and Through the Wall, so worked out.
Yeah, I probably should have thrown up Through the Wall for that, but
yeah, there we go. Let's talk about the writer and actor strike.
Yeah, dude, the writer strike is still freaking going. Like, dude, 2024 is going to be freaking dead.
Yeah, no, dude, seriously. Yeah, it started with the writer strike and then bring on with the actor strike, and just, we'll see how long it actually goes for.
Yeah, our podcast, like, next year, or probably for the next while, is probably just going to be older movies. Which I'm not upset about, but...
No, I'm not either.
Yeah, so we will see how that goes.
Yeah.
Alright, well, with that, let's say we get into this week's headliner.
Let's do it.
Need motivation? Angry Dad Podcast. Trying to jumpstart your life? Angry Dad Podcast. You want help getting off the couch? Angry Dad Podcast. You need a verbal kick in the ass? Angry Dad Podcast. You want to hear from somebody who's been through it all? Angry Dad Podcast. I am here for you. You can find me on all podcast platforms. Need motivation? Angry Dad Podcast.
Son of a bitch.
Trying to jumpstart your life.
I mean, apparently we need motivation, considering we just heard it twice, so thank you, Ben. We appreciate it.
Dude, I don't know why this thing keeps setting the loop. It's so annoying. Anyway,
hey, Ben got double endorsement. He deserves it. He's a great podcaster, so there we go.
True that. I don't know who...
I'm
so motivated.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, Big Ben is a great motivator. If you
get
a chance to listen to his show, I don't think he's posted it in a hot minute, but
is he okay?
He's been he's been posting a lot with his other shows. Episode. It's just he hasn't been doing Angry Dad as much lately. But
interesting.
Yeah, we freaking love Ben. Definitely go check his stuff out. But anyway, getting into this week's headliner, we will be breaking down the newest comedy. Not newest. I'm pretty sure there's another comedy that's come out.
Yeah, it's Road Trip. That I'd say that's the newest comedy.
Okay, it's a newer comedy.
There we go.
We'll be breaking down No Hard Feelings, starring Jennifer Lawrence and what's his face. But first, we did ask a question of the week. We asked, what is the craziest Craigslist ad that you've ever seen? And unfortunately, we only got one response. I thought that was a kick-ass question.
Yeah, same here. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, so we asked, like, what's the craziest Craigslist ad that you've ever seen? And we got a response from Jack over on TikTok, who said, the $29.99 school in Oklahoma a student put up. And I'm
curious how long that actually stayed.
That's freaking hilarious.
This is like the first time I've heard of this. Yeah, that is hysterical. But I'm very curious of how long it actually stayed up on Craigslist.
Yeah, I know. Like, I want to know what came of that. Like, obviously it was enough for someone to have heard it, or maybe it was just something that they saw, or what. But
yeah,
I need more. I tried looking it up just to see if it was something that was like posted on the anywhere mainstream. I didn't see anything about it. So
damn, that's too bad.
Yeah. So we appreciate you answering our question of the week, Jack. If
Yes,
anyone
thank
else would like to answer our question of the week, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram. That's usually where we post those. And we try to do it like the Sunday before we record, usually, if you guys want to keep an eye out for that. We have been very good about posting those. So
that's true. Caleb is killing it with that.
yeah, that did not used to be the case, but
No.
oh.
No, it was not.
So with that, if you have not seen No Hard Feelings, we are about to spoil the entire thing for you. So if you haven't seen it, want to go check it out, come back and listen, any of your favorite platforms. But yeah, Rose is about to spoil the entire movie for you in our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose. With 2 E's. Someone called me out on that, and I'm like, yeah, it was on purpose.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're like, you spelled reading wrong, and I'm like, yeah, no shit.
That's supposed to be funny.
That's the gag.
Yeah.
So I think that more than anything, that's why I
no
specify.
shit, Sherlock.
Oh, so
Uh,
yeah, without further ado, Rose, if you would like to read the synopsis for this film. And once again,
I would love to.
spoilers past this point. If anything gets spoiled for you, it's your own damn fault. So
I just want to say something really quickly. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like comedies, like it's like the rare genre of movies that like I'm okay if it gets spoiled for me, because as long as the jokes don't get spoiled for me, I'm okay. Am I alone on that?
oh, hold on. Ah!
What happened?
No, sorry, I was messing stuff up. Anyway. What was I going to say? What were you just talking about?
Jeez Louise. No, I was saying comedy is like the only genre of movie that if it gets spoiled for me, the plot, I'm okay with it. Like, it's they must not have heard. Wow, Sam. Sorry. It's like the only like type of genre of movie that like I'm okay if it gets spoiled for, because as long as if the plot gets spoiled for me, I'm okay with it. As long as the jokes don't get spoiled for me, because if the story's ruined, that's okay. But as long as the jokes aren't ruined, then I can still enjoy it.
Yeah, dude, it's that like comedy is really hard to ruin, and I feel horror is really hard to ruin too.
That is true. Yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't spoil this for anyone, and thank you, Cute Lemons, for interacting.
Yeah, thank you.
For like we're live streaming this, and we are nervous about it.
Yeah. Oh man.
And yeah, whoever hasn't like heard Rose read, or anyone that's heard Rose read, understands why we spell that with 2 E's.
Yeah. They know I always screw up at least one sentence.
Yeah. So this is your guys' final warning. Rose is about to spoil the entire thing. So without further ado, Rose, take it away.
All right. 32-year-old Maddie Barker is an Uber driver and bartender in Montauk, New York. She is facing bankruptcy after her car is repossessed, as she owes property taxes on a home she inherited from her mother. Desperate to avoid losing the home, she accepts an unusual Craigslist posting. Her new employers, a pair of helicopter parents known as the Beckers, ask her to date their 19-year-old son Percy Becker in exchange for a Buick Regal. Since Percy is shy and has no experiences with girls, drinking, parties, or sex, his parents hope to boost his confidence before he attends Princeton University in the fall. Maddie attempts to seduce Percy at the animal shelter he volunteers at. However, after offering him a ride home, he mistakenly thinks that she is attempting to kidnap him and pepper sprays her. Despite this, they agree to go on a date the following day. Maddie and Percy meet at a bar the next night and then go skinny dipping at the beach. While they are in the water, a group of drunken teenagers try to steal their clothes. Maddie fights them in the nude, frightening Percy, who demands to be taken home. When she tries to leave without him, he jumps on her car, naked, and they outrun the police. She and Percy attempt to have sex, but he develops a rash from his anxiety, so Maddie nurses him. Maddie and Percy continue to date, sharing more about each other and forming a friendship. Both reveal that they never went to prom, so they imitate a prom night and go to a fancy dinner. Percy meets a school acquaintance in the restaurant who invites him to a party. After he and Maddie have a disagreement about their long-term plans, he goes to the party while Maddie searches for him. She finds him after he took an ibuprofen with alcohol. Percy confesses his love for Maddie. The next day, Percy tells his parents he wants to stay in Montauk with Maddie. In a panic, his father offers her the car if she convinces him to go to Princeton. Percy inadvertently hears Maddie's deal with his parents. He invites Maddie to dinner with his parents, revealing that he knows about their deal. While Maddie and his parents argue over who told him about the deal, Percy crashes her Buick into a tree, heavily damaging it. When he returns, Percy tries to have sex with Maddie. After prematurely ejaculating, a betrayed Percy ends their relationship. Maddie takes the damaged car and becomes determined to pay off her debts. After Ubering for the remainder of the summer, she manages to save enough money to save her home and fix her car. Excited, Maddie tells her friends Jim and Sarah, but Sarah asks Maddie if she really wants to stay in Montauk or is just doing it for her mom. The couple also admit they are moving out of Montauk to Florida due to housing costs. Maddie reflects on her life and tries to amend her wrongs. She reunites with Percy at a Princeton mixer and apologizes for betraying him. Not convinced, Percy starts to drive off when Maddie jumps on the hood of his car. Unable to see, Percy crashes the car into the ocean. As the car is towed, the pair reconcile and promise to stay friends. Maddie decides to sell the house to Jim and Sarah and move to California. Later, Maddie drives Percy to Princeton while on her way to California and reveals that she adopted Milo, a former police dog addicted to cocaine who lived at the shelter where Percy had volunteered. Maddie promises to call Percy during her entire drive to California.
Hell yeah. Dude, that description did not do this movie justice.
It did not. I agree.
Dude, this one was so freaking fun.
Yeah. From start to finish. Literally the first joke, because the movie opens up, on her having her car towed, and she's like trying to sweet talk the tow truck driver because they have a past, and all of a sudden a guy comes out from her house and he's like, "Oh, who the hell is that?" And she's like, "Oh, he's my cousin." And the guy grabs her boobs and he's like, "He's my first cousin."
Second cousin.
Second cousin.
You made it. You made it worse.
I did. Yeah. My bad. Well, it's like Katie says. You have your first, not Katie. Karen. You have your first cousins. You have your second cousins. And so with second cousins, it's okay, right?
No. I don't think if you can throw cousin in anywhere that it's okay.
All right, fair.
Oh. Damn it. Hold on.
Oh, it is? Oh, shit.
Let me fix that, maybe.
Hopefully.
Here, maybe that works.
Fingers crossed.
Definitely fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We had that issue last week. I don't know why it... Anyway. Yeah, so... I think... Did I walk through how we freaking break down movies? I don't think I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Okay.
Oh, you're usually so good at that.
I know, usually. If you guys are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give our own personal score at the very end. All of those numbers get magically added up and spit through our algorithm and give us a letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade. I'm struggling today.
Dude, you're killing it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. It's just I'm getting thrown off. Anyway,
Is someone camera shy?
all just a hair. If anyone. Nope, that's not what it is. Anyway, the numbers get thrown into our algorithm. Like I said, I'm struggling, and you're not helping.
I'm sorry.
All All the numbers get added up, mixed together, and give us a letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade, as well as a percentage that doesn't quite matter as much, but is still kind of fun to see where these rank within their own grade systems, because we get some friggin' wild cards out there. So yeah, Rose already read the story, so that's what we'll be discussing first. So first,
back to the plot.
Back to the plot. Yeah, like I wouldn't even say that this is necessarily an issue with the story. It's just, this is a romantic comedy, or just a comedic, it's a romantic comedy. These kind of have, once you kind of know the premise, you know how the movie's kind of is going to go. Like, I think even from the trailer, like, I knew how this movie was going to go. It was going to be like he or she like is going after this thing of some monetary value, of some value to her, in exchange for this kind of shitty deal. It's going to end up...
Oh, no, man, that was a nice car. Like, come on.
Yeah, but it ends up going really well. She starts developing feelings. He starts developing feelings. She feels bad, tries to, in her own discreet way, tries to break it off. He ends up finding out what the deal was, ends up being shitty. They have their falling out, and then eventually at the end kind of come together. That's just kind of the basic premise.
Yeah.
Like, when all's said and done, like, super basic story. But I think that they were able to add enough nuances to this of just different aspects where at the end they didn't come together with it like in a romantic sense. Like, it was interesting because it's like throughout the whole movie you kind of see that there's like a romantic vibe there, and then at the end it felt like there was more like just a pure friendship.
Yeah,
like it's almost like all that attraction was like... Yeah, like, all that attraction was gone. Sounds super similar to the plot of 10 Things I Hate About You. Exactly! Have you ever seen that?
Never seen that movie. No, I haven't.
Oh, dude. It's that to a freaking T.
Okay.
Except, the only thing different is, like, the ending. I still think that they have, like a romantic relationship there. But...
Or is this a strictly friendship?
Yeah. It kind of has more, friend vibes. Which obviously they kind of address because of like an age difference and whatnot, which the age difference wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like 18,
no,
I mean, it's 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they would have actually, ended up together romantically at the end, which just because I'm horrible at figuring out like plot points that like should be obvious to me. So like I was kind of shocked that like it didn't actually happen a little bit, but like I'm glad that it just turned into a friendship. I thought that was a better direction to go with the finale. Yeah,
I think it definitely worked out in the movie's favor. Like I said, super predictable. Like, super predictable. So, I mean, here it wasn't anything groundbreaking in my eyes. It was good. I would say better than some. But I don't know about you, but I'm sitting around maybe a solid 80.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
All right, moving on over to writing. This is where I feel the movie excelled.
Dude, agreed. The jokes in this movie were freaking fantastic. Like the one that I brought up earlier about the whole introduction to her. That's like the first thing that you see with her, with the whole trying to convince the tow truck driver to, release her car, and them having a romantic relationship in the past, and her her next fling just straight up comes out, and just it's a freaking great scene. I love it so much.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I thought that was really well done. Oh, look at that. Look who decided to freaking show up to the party.
What's up, Vic?
Yeah, we are talking about No Hard Feelings. He for those of you that, because gosh, we don't know how to address these comments.
No,
because this is like the exact same audio that we use for the podcast. So it's weird because it's like we can see these.
But if you're listening on Spotify, you're just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, we're talking about No Hard Feelings, Vic. We just finished talking about the story. So that is, gosh, I can't think of words today.
Damn, he is really struggling in this episode.
Just go with it and read them from time to time. Oh, okay.
I don't get it.
I think he's talking about the comments.
Oh, okay. Smart.
Yeah. Anyway.
Dude, for a second, I thought he was talking about, like, cue cards.
Cue cards? I feel like I need them today. Like, I'm scatterbrained. I'm, like, real scatterbrained today. Like, I was just kind of all over the place. But anyway, getting into the writing, I feel like, yes, this is where the movie excelled, as it should. Comedies, the writing for a comedy should be better than the story, and I think that was definitely the case here. Yes. I really liked a lot of the jokes that they had. Like I think my favorite is when they were going into the water for to skinny dip. And he's like expressing all his concern, and he's just like, "Oh, like no swimming," like exactly like the same shit that I feel like I would be bringing up, like in a situation like that. Well, it's like, well, it's closed, like on an open freaking beach. Yeah. And then they're like, "Oh, what about like sharks? Like there aren't any in this area. Well, what about jellyfish? Not in season. Well, what about get them in the water?" Like I freaking loved like those interactions. Like, and then when they were at dinner and she's like trying to encourage him to go play a song on the piano, and she's saying like, go play something on the piano or I'm going to make a very public toast about how you're the best like lover in the world. And he like follows up with, he's like, good, I think everyone should finally know. And then she like starts to ting her glass, and he's like, no, stop. So good. Like no poker face whatsoever.
Dude, freaking the moment I knew that, I mean, like you say, yeah, that opening scene, but also the moment I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna have such a good time with this. It's her first introduction to him, you know, at the animal shelter. And they like go into the office to like sign the paperwork, and she's just like, you know, we're like super far from each other, you know, we should get a little closer. And she's just scooting her chair, and it's still so low. Well, no, it was a bench that she was scooting.
Yeah, it was like a tiny little couch, and he's like on this tall ass freaking desk.
I was freaking dying.
Dude, I think like that joke overall, like it didn't get me until she was like laying her head on the desk.
That's fair. Like, dude, when she started doing the scooting, like for some reason the sound it was making, I freaking just started dying.
Yeah. I guess I have to bring it up now. If there was anything in this that didn't feel necessary, it was the inclusion of the freaking nanny.
Yeah, dude, that was just freaking weird. Like all of a sudden he's just like, "Oh, are you trying to like take something from his parents? You know, it's not his parents' money. It's his. Is that what he says? It's not his parents' money. It's his money."
Yeah, it's not his money. It's his parents' money.
Oh, that's what it is.
But it was just like so dumb. It's just like you get this inclusion of this random character that has no effect on the story whatsoever. He's like brought up once. They're randomly like going to meet the nanny, and then like he kind of like the nanny basically like threatens her, and then you see nothing else until the end of the frickin' movie.
Yeah,
like what purpose did he serve?
Dude, seriously, like absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like I think you could have gotten away with freaking I don't know. I would have maybe just done some rewriting, made it so the parents or one of the parents, maybe the mom, was like that.
Exactly. That would have made so much more sense, I feel.
Yeah, because it's just like for I mean, and they wrote them in a way that would have been the case.
Yeah.
Like,
agreed.
They're helicopter parents. Like, you think that they're just gonna be like okay letting some stranger get their son into freaking trouble? Like, I feel like at least one of them would have been like kind of hovering and trying to see what it was that they're up to.
Yeah, right? Yeah, hell, I expected like one of them to just be off like in the distance during that beach scene.
That's what I was expecting too. But obviously didn't end up going that route. But like the humor here was really quick-witted.
Agreed.
Really well done. I wouldn't say like vastly improved from the story. It was kind of around the same level. I will give some bonus points, but where are you sitting around with the
I'm
writing?
with you. Yeah, it's definitely not like a huge jump from the story. But like you said, it definitely deserves some bonus points. So I'm like at like an 83.
Yeah, I'm around an 84.
Really?
Yeah, just I mean, it's
Okay,
1 point, but I think it's just...
Dude, what the hell? Now I feel like an asshole.
It's 1 point, Rose.
Still though, I feel like the asshole.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked what they did. So it just didn't quite reach that like 85. I think that like the biggest difference between story and writing in like a comedy for me, it's been where like the story is just like been bland upon bland. It was like a 75, and my writing for it was like up in the high 80s. So like it was pretty on par, but the writing was better.
Yeah.
All right, moving on over to acting. We have Jennifer Lawrence, who played Maddie Barker. We have Andrew Barth Feldman, who plays Percy Becker. Laura Benanti, who plays Allison Becker. Matthew Broderick, who played Laird Becker. And then Natalie Morales, who plays Sarah. And Scott MacArthur, who plays Jim. Anyone else that you feel was...
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, I think those were like the main ones.
Yeah.
So what's your top 3 look like?
I mean, no brainer. Number 1, Jennifer Lawrence.
Easy.
She was absolutely
freaking easy.
Freaking absolutely fantastic. I did not expect her to be able to pull off comedy this well. Like, as far as I really have not seen her in any comedic roles. At least that I know of. Like, she mostly did.
Yeah, she mostly does serious, but I think she has like a comedic just vibe about her.
No, I absolutely agree. But to like see her in like a full on comedy role, like she really needs to do this a lot more often. Like I really hope that this pushes her to do more comedies because she knows comedic timing, and she freaking just nailed every single joke, laughed my ass off every single time that she was on screen. Yeah, she number 1, absolutely. Number 2, I'd probably give to number 2. I'd give to Andrew Barth Feldman. He did a great job playing like the awkward, 18-year-old that has had literally no life experiences. Probably if you like before he met her, if you mentioned masturbation, I doubt he even knew what that meant. Am I wrong?
Well, okay. I guess we're addressing this. The mom talked about it though. His search history wasn't exactly like squeaky clean.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. It's been like a couple weeks since I've seen this movie, so like I kind of forgot a little bit of it.
Yeah, I'm like bad. Fresh off this movie. Like I went to go see it today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw it not this past Sunday, but the following Sunday. Okay, my bad. Okay, so I guess he does know that word. Regardless, the kid, this guy like really knows how to play like a kid that like really, like I said, just doesn't have that much life experience with these kind of topics. Just yeah, like the way that he was, bantering off Jennifer Lawrence was great. Like honestly, their romantic relationship sold me. I feel that they actually had pretty damn good chemistry. And yeah, he's definitely number 2. Number 3. That's.
I know that's kind of a harder one to do, huh? Because
right?
It was just
yeah.
like it's just mainly focused around these two, and like so far, I absolutely agree with you on your top 2. Andrew Feldman, though, dude, I feel like I've seen other actors try to pull off this like quirky, awkward character and not do it nearly as well as he does.
Right? He's so good.
Like, it's just like from what I've seen of other like awkward characters, it's just they go so overly awkward where it's just like they are just flat out unappealing. But when like the way that he does it, he's like naive and awkward in a charming way, which
yeah,
like I understood why she was falling for him, or just like kind of getting caught up in what this whole situation was, because like I said, I could see it. Like I could see it happening. Like, okay, I could see how this, like, obviously starting off being like totally off-putting and just whatever, but eventually getting to that point where like, oh, he's actually like a super sweet kid. Like he's just a hopeless romantic at heart, and it's just like, okay, I get it.
yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, picking a number 3 is stupid hard.
Honestly, if I'm just gonna say my 3 and 4 because I don't know who to like go with. I'm gonna say the parents. So Matthew Broderick and Laura Benanti.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought they were really good. I kind of maybe like wish that they were in a little more. But what we got was very good. They both did really good jobs. The comedy bits that they needed to hit, they hit. If I have anything wrong with them, it's I'm sorry, Matthew Broderick should not have long hair.
Oh, dude, that was gross.
Yeah, he should only have short hair. He looks way too weird with long hair. So
that will be addressed in the costume category.
All right, good.
But yeah, I agree. Honestly, that's probably what I would do too. So I'm in total agreement with you on your top 3.
All right, cool.
Where are you sitting with your acting grade though?
Just because of how great Jennifer Lawrence and Andrew Feldman are, just I had such a fun time watching both, especially Jennifer Lawrence. God, she's amazing at comedy. I think I'm at like an 88.
Ooh, I'm not too far away from you there. I think I'm going to go like a straight 90 though. I loved this cast, dude.
Apparently, with this movie.
Apparently you are. I loved this cast, dude. Like, I thought they were so good. Like, even the extras worked for me. Ooh, actually, I had issues with the friends, now that I'm thinking about it.
That's fair. I think that's what kind of brought me down, too. And also, frickin' Jodie.
Yeah. I'm going to bump it down. 89.
Okay.
I know it seems like such an insignificant number, but it matters.
Oh, shit.
All right, moving on over to character development.
You know, for a comedy movie, the character development wasn't that bad, actually.
This was really well done.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, I think, like, I didn't quite see or think anything special of, like, the development of Maddie or anything until they had that freaking, like, blowout where they were, like, throwing hard truths at each other. Like, freaking daggers, dude.
Excuse me.
So yeah, so for those unfamiliar, this is when oh shit, what's his name? Percy. This is when Percy finds out what Maddie has been paid to do, or is what her. He knows that she's only there because she got paid. They go into his room. He's obviously like super pissed off, and they sleep together. And then then she leaves. But while she's like getting ready to like and leaving, they're just like I said, throwing emotional daggers at each other. Where she's saying like throwing out that he's just sad, has no friends, and all this, like he doesn't put himself out there, and he's throwing at her that the only reason that she's bothered to stay in this town is because like she's waiting on a dad who abandoned her and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, damn. And that's like
jeez.
Yeah, and then that just kind of like ignites the spark in her to like go and change her life. So she sells this house that she's been holding on to that's just been a financial burden on her. She fixes her car. She gets her shit together is what ultimately happens. And I appreciated the hell out of what they did here.
Same here. The fact that even though I'm with you, like didn't really love her friends, the fact that she sells the house to those two, with them expecting a baby and everything, that is like one of the nicest things that I have ever seen a friend do for a friend. And the fact that she gave him even like an amazing deal on the house so that they could actually stay where they love, like, damn, now that's a friend right there.
Yeah, dude. When she was talking about like because she was leaving because it's the cost of living in that area is really, really high. And she's just like, oh yeah, I gave like her friends like a decent deal on this place. And it's like, oh, where are you going? California? That place is expensive too.
Yeah, if worse.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see the comparison though, because like Montauk is like a rich folk community. So
yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, so
I forgot to mention like the whole joke of how like the mobile that she had made for them. They're just like, oh yeah, we're totally gonna hang that up. I thought it looked great.
Dude, it looked freaking sick.
Yeah, what the hell was wrong with them?
Like that was such a shitty joke.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like that one at all. Like I thought like, dude, like that's a pretty like for someone who likes to surf, like you don't you honestly don't see the appeal to this little decorative thing for your baby. Like, you guys are assholes.
Yeah, dude, straight up.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, I really liked her arc. It was definitely above average. I wouldn't put it around 85, but I'd be sitting somewhere around like an 82.
I'll match you on that. I agree.
Okay, moving on over to effects. This didn't have that many special effects. This was mostly like stunt work and shit like that, like practical stuff. But like the cinematography on this, I feel was really nice. It kind of had like a 2000s like rom-com aesthetic to it.
Dude, it's nailed it to a T, straight up. I just got to bring this up now before I forget. Like, don't get me wrong, I knew that this movie was rated R, but I was not expecting Jennifer Lawrence to come out of the ocean just butt-ass naked. I freaking lost it.
Bro.
That threw me through a loop.
Like
I said, I knew this was rated R, but I just was not expecting that.
Listen, for anyone listening, I wish that we could see the behind the scenes of this scene specifically, and not for the reasons that you guys might think. Freaking Jennifer Lawrence in her in all her glory, freaking lays some WWE smackdown on these teens. Like, they looked like they were older, but they were supposed to be like young kids. She freaking wrecked some fools. And I want to know how much of that was her.
Dude, same here. I mean, I think for the most part, didn't she do a lot of her own stunts in the Hunger Games? So I'm sure she probably still has it in her.
Okay. Oh, dude. That, like I said, this is where I want her to talk about this scene more. Because what got me was like, okay, like that obviously looks like Jennifer Lawrence. But what got me is that they had a stunt double in the cast list. And I'm like, ugh. Like, okay, how much of that was her? And like,
yeah.
But the shit they were doing was wild, dude.
Yeah, dude, straight up.
Like, oh my God. Like, that scene blew me away. And again, not for the reasons that some people might think, because I was genuinely impressed with how awesome that scene was.
Dude, it was so good.
It was fantastic. It's so freaking funny.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. Like I said, freaking WWE SmackDown in the nude. Like, how do you top that?
Dude, straight up.
I am genuinely impressed with her and whatever part her stunt double played in this.
Yeah.
Like, amazing.
Agreed.
Like I said, I want behind the scenes like discussion about that scene. Like, and what's awesome, and I'm like, fingers crossed that they make it happen. There's a channel that I watch, Corridor Digital. They're on YouTube. They do a stunt person react. And one of the stunt people that comes on their show like pretty frequently is Jennifer Lawrence's stunt double.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
like,
cool.
I recognize the name from their channel and everything. So I'm like, gosh, like, I hope she freaking like comes on to discuss that, because
yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Like, because any other thing that I've seen her in, she like frequently talks about like what she has to wear, and like versus like some shows that she does or movies where she's in a lot of padding. And then, like, there's some stuff where she has to show a little bit more skin, and that is just exposed skin on her. So there's a lot more risk of injury there. This was straight on nothing but what God gave you. Like,
yeah.
Like, I want to hear her perspective on this so bad, and I hope that she gets a chance to talk about it.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, so hats off to who, like, everyone involved in that scene. That was fantastic.
Agreed.
Everything else, like, I'm trying to think of others, like, stunts. Like, there was freaking Maddie getting punched in the throat by Percy when he was freaking like drunk out of his mind. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Dude, the freaking pepper spray. Oh, ow.
Dude, it's like you understand where he's coming from too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like he looked in the back and there's like spears and machetes and stuff, and he's just like like already nervous of people. So it's just,
yeah.
Like when I think that scene was made funnier when I saw the freaking like machete and all that good stuff. I was just like, oh.
Was there like some rope as well?
Yeah, there was like a bunch of rope. Yeah. It was like net. It looked like a freaking horror scene. So
yeah, it was a kidnapper's paradise, basically.
Completely. Like I saw the commercials for this, obviously, like the trailers and stuff. So I knew that scene was coming. Obviously, I didn't know all of the lead up. So seeing that was fantastic.
Yeah, dude, so good.
I freaking loved it. But yeah, again, the movie was shot really, really nice, like really good aesthetic. Really showed off the beauty of that area really well.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So this one I'm pretty high on. And honestly, most of the score is going to whoever was shooting that scene. This I think I'm going to give like a solid 90.
You know, F it, I'm going to match you.
What, were you thinking lower?
No, I was going to go at 91, but I can't think of any reason why to go higher. Like, there's nothing like standing out, so.
Fair enough.
Nah, yeah, I'll match you there.
All right, next up we got music. The soundtrack for this was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, I can't think off the top of my head of like some like bangers in it.
There wasn't like a whole lot of bangers. Like the biggest one was Maneater.
Yeah,
both versions of that.
Yeah.
So like you get the version from wow, what's his face? Andrew, like singing that, which he did a really good job with that. Great song, like it's a catchy song, so no real complaints there. I just can't think of anything like else that stood out. So I think that alone probably bumps it up to like a 7 for me.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard with comedies because like unless it's just like a completely killer soundtrack, like it's real hit and miss with how these soundtracks go.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got costumes.
I mean, nothing to write home about. But still, I'd say it's still pretty good.
I'd say they were like I really liked the wide variety of dresses that Jennifer Lawrence wore.
Yeah.
I really liked her prom dress that she had, and like I said, just like the wide assortment. And then the stuff that they put Andrew in was really funny too. Like I loved his little get up in the shorts.
That was fantastic.
And his reasoning is just it was too hot to wear pants. I'm like, I get it, bro. I absolutely get it.
You know what? Fair enough. Dude, especially like I don't know what the weather is like over there, but like the temperatures we're getting out here in Utah, like oh my god, I don't blame the kid if he was living here too.
Yeah. Hot as balls is the dude, temperature here.
Dude, it is rare that if I come out to my car after work that it is not over 100 degrees in my car.
Ugh.
It is a rarity nowadays.
Dude, what's horrible about this part of the country is I'm still like of the mindset, oh, it's raining. That means it's cool outside. No, that just makes it even more hot.
Yeah,
like here, like I kid you not. It feels like I just opened up like a freaking rice cooker when I go outside. And like I'm like standing in the steam of a freaking rice cooker. Yeah. Like it is ungodly.
Oh shit.
So yeah, not a big fan.
You know what? Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, bro, if you want to wear a freaking suit and shorts, freaking have at it.
Yeah.
Completely understand. But yeah, like again, with just getting back to like how the costumes were, nothing too outstanding, nothing like crazy outlandish, but
except for Matthew Broderick's hair, right?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about his hair. His hair was horrendous.
Yeah.
Who thought that was a good idea?
I don't know. And the fact that like he's not even like gray now, like in real life. Like his hair is still looking good. But no, they decided to go full on gray, long locks, just slick back. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
nope.
You look gross. You look gross and greasy. And
yeah, I'm like, that is not a good look for Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, and okay, are we supposed to assume that him or Matthew Broderick and the wife were supposed to be the same age?
I would assume so.
Okay, that made him look like easy 20 years older than her.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Like if they would have kept how he looks in real life, it would have been fine. They would have looked the same age.
Yeah, I mean, hell, just like normal hair, just gray him up a little bit. You didn't need to go that freaking far.
Yeah.
Like, it ridiculous.
Like, what was wrong with his comb over that he usually always does? I don't understand it.
Yeah. I mean, if you were trying to go for like a different vibe outside of like anything else that he's been in, like, understandable, but this is not it.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. So, costumes, I think maybe if it was just minus Matthew Broderick, I think I would have been around an 8. Yeah. I'm at a 7.
Yeah, that hair really just drags it down.
It does significantly.
Because whenever he was on screen and, you're trying to focus on another plot point, that's the only thing that I can think of is just how bad his hair looked.
Yeah, no bueno. All right, last up we got our own personal score. So, Rose, you want to take this one first?
Would love to. Excuse me. Yeah, I had a great time with this movie. This is such a fun, feel-good comedy with an actually pretty solid story. Jennifer Lawrence is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I really hope she does more comedy movies because she freaking slays in comedy. I freaking love her, and yeah, just I had a really, really good time with this one. So I think I'm gonna be at an 84.
That's not bad. I mean, for those of you that have listened before and kind of know me, I am a big old sucker for a good rom-com. Like, it's just like romantic movies in general. And so this is one I'm definitely adding to the rotation, like my sickness rotation. Because that's when I get my freaking rom-com fix, is when I'm sick or just not feeling well. Yeah, so I'm like I said, adding this to the rotation. I love the everything that they did, minus Matthew Broderick's hair. I thought it was really funny. I have to go back to the freaking WWE SmackDown scene. Like, that was the best. So freaking loved that. Can't wait to do a deep dive on with research on that, just to see what it took to accomplish a scene like that, because they were doing some wild shit. And so
that they were.
I'm pumped. I'm really pumped. So I'm personally gonna put this around at 86.
Okay, hell yeah.
All right. Well, with that, going through our scores real quick. So this is where it gets fun for everyone to hear how this movie ranks. So, starting off with story, we ended up averaging out to an 80. The writing went up a little bit, sitting at an 83.5. The acting was definitely a high point in this film, sitting at an 88.5. Character development was a little bit lower, but still really, really well done, sitting at an 82. The effects, and most of this is just practical and whatnot, this is sitting at a 90. Music, pretty average, but it did have one solid song that just kind of an earworm, if you will, sitting at a 7. Costumes would have been better, but Matthew Broderick freaking brought it down for us, so we're also sitting at a 7 for that. And then our personal score ended up averaging out to an 85. So with that, the final All Bros letter grade for No Hard Feelings has come out to a B.
Hell yeah. Love it.
Yeah. A pretty... Hold on, I say this every time. It's on the weaker side of our B. It's...
Okay, but still B.
Yeah, so our cutoff for a B is 83%. This is sitting at an 83.62%.
Okay, yeah.
Really close. Yeah, so comparing this to other movies of the B variety, that we've scored. Can you freaking work for me, man? Hold on, my freaking spreadsheet's being stupid. Maybe sometime today. Okay, so No Hard Feelings, like I said, sitting at an 83.62%, puts it on the exact same level as Halloween Ends.
Okay, I don't like that for the fact that this deserves to be way higher than Halloween.
Really?
Dude,
I thought you were going to say the complete opposite.
No, dude, absolutely not. I was showing one of my employees, our rankings, because he actually listens to our podcast. It's like crazy that one of my employees actually listens. It's awesome. But he's like, you guys like literally gave Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends a B. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm not happy about it. Dude, I wish No Hard Feelings was higher.
Dude, like, again, like it's interesting, like our system works like this because our personal score for this was higher. It's
interesting.
Yeah, our personal score for this was higher than this rating, but it was lower, and so that's usually where we're a little like,
Okay.
So, like, I'm not too upset about that. Halloween Ends was a really good movie. And in terms of, like, it's different types of enjoyment, because obviously one's comedy and one's horror.
Yeah.
I feel like I got the same level of enjoyment out of the two. Like, different types of enjoyment, but around the same levels.
All right. Okay. I guess I can side with you on that one.
Yeah. So let's go the other direction, or let's go what it's below first. So this is sitting below Home Alone, which is at an 83.64.
Right.
It is below Sonic the Hedgehog, which is at an 83.81, which I can agree with.
Yeah.
It is below Murder on the Orient Express, which is at an 83.81.
All right.
And then it is below Thor Ragnarok, which is at an 83.9.
Okay.
Wait, was
I
that?
thought we ranked Ragnarok higher.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that too. But I think you got to think though, what Thor Ragnarok has on this movie is better costumes, and the soundtrack was pretty bitchin'.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so that was only 4. It's also below Free Guy, which is at an 84.06. All right, going the opposite direction. This is above Lady and the Tramp, the 2019 version. This is at an 83.51. It is above The Suicide Squad, the new one, which is at an 83.5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Dude, I am like drawing a blank with these ratings because I don't remember us giving the Suicide Squad that low. I thought we gave it a lot higher.
Dude, in all honesty, I don't disagree with that one.
Really? Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, James Gunn's Suicide Squad was good.
Yeah.
But we'd have to go like re-explore
Guardians.
these scores, like these ones specifically, because I feel like the B is like really divisive at times.
Dude, no kidding. Like, damn.
Yeah. Let's see. So we also put this above Child's Play 2019,
okay,
which is at an 83.43. It is above Toy Story 4, which is at an 83.42. And then finally, it is above Bill and Ted Face the Music, which is at an 83.32.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so very interesting ranking here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's
I like it.
Where it ranked. There was a couple I was expecting Vic to comment on, like namely Thor Ragnarok, but maybe he agrees with us on that one.
Maybe. I feel if it's not Spider-Man, he doesn't care.
True. Very true. Just for shits and giggles, and I don't know if Vic's listening anymore, but this is also, it's below, or let's see what it's above. I think the above ones will piss him off more. Yeah, it's above Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I am too.
Dude, did you watch that making of Quantumania that they posted on Disney Plus?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
So I did not know this. They were talking about Catherine Newton, and bringing her on for Cassie Lang. Apparently, she auditioned for Kate Bishop along with Haley Steinfeld. Nothing against her. I'm glad that Haley Steinfeld got it because, like, no offense to her, like they showed like her reading with Jeremy Renner, and I'm sorry, the chemistry was just not there.
That's fair.
Like Renner and Steinfeld had such great chemistry in that show. But yeah, I'm sorry, it wasn't there with Renner and Newton. Nothing against Catherine Newton. She was one of the better parts of Quantumania, and I love her as an actress. But I'm glad that the role went to Haley Steinfeld for Kate Bishop.
Right. All right. Well, with that concludes this week's breakdown. We really appreciate you guys listening this long. And for any of you that are listening to us live, thank you very much. We really appreciate you. And all your really fun comments and the correction of Rose's mic volume.
Yeah, thank you.
We
appreciate that.
We're gonna figure this out. I don't know what the hell
Trial
it is.
by error.
Because we have the same setup. Like, how is mine loud and yours isn't?
Yeah, dude, right? Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, so we'll figure this out eventually. Bear with us. Hopefully you guys enjoy listening. But yeah. So, if you like this episode, like to check out more of our stuff, be sure to follow and subscribe to us. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, I think. Oh, we started a Letterboxd. I'm not sure if you've had any time to like do that yet, but
sorry.
No, it's fine. Like it's like we just started that, trying to make our reviews a little bit more official.
Yeah.
Rather than just like an Excel sheet. Oh
shit.
But yeah, yeah. Thank you, Sam. We appreciate you listening.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are basically everywhere. We're more places than we're not. So if you ever come across one, go to a different site.
Yeah.
That's all the advice that we can give you there. So yeah, so next week, you guys can look forward to us breaking down Barbie. I cannot express how excited I am to see this movie.
Dude, same here. Have you seen it's getting rave reviews?
It is? Yes!
Oh, dude, freaking I can't literally I think on Rotten Tomatoes, Barbie and Oppenheimer it's Oppenheimer. Are like neck and neck. Like I think like Barbie's at an 88, Oppenheimer's at a 90.
I love it. I love it.
It's so awesome. I love it.
Dude, I am so excited. Yeah, Brielle is thinking about ordering me a shirt, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm ordering this one." I'm like, "No, that's the one for the toy. That's not the one for the movie. I don't want to look stupid."
I'm just gonna wear a pink shirt.
I don't know if I own any pink shirts, so I'm super excited to see this.
Same here.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to break it down next week. So hopefully you guys are too. So be sure to join in next week. We'll be recording either Tuesday or Wednesday. For those of you that want to catch it live. So, is there anything else?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Well, again, thank you for everyone that listens. We really appreciate it. And until next week, we will catch you guys. No, balls. You usually say, we'll catch you guys next week. And then... Deuces.
I was going to say, your usual sign-off starts with a D and ends with an ooses, if you need some clarity. So
I'm having a day.
Bye. So long.